Shalom, shalom. This Shariah from GMS, Savannah, Georgia. Come with another lesson. But first and foremost, when we give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Mikakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, which rule well and teach well, and to the Arkin pushing this 100% truth and sincerity, four corners of the earth, while risking their life and freedom to do so. And salutation to you, hopeful elect of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, as well as you speckled birds. They have the appearance of the heathens, but their father's seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and also referred to as Israelite foreigners. What today's lesson I'm going into is, a lot of these two-thirds in these churches, we've been telling y'all about these pastors, and y'all still going in there because, y'all just have no wisdom, knowledge, and understanding at all. Two-thirds. But you're never going to get it. It's just crazy how often y'all sit there and let these people take advantage of y'all. But we're going to play this little quick clip here. Then we're gonna do some scriptures on it.
Former Claremore pastor Kendrick Oakley pled guilty in Tulsa County Court Monday morning. Guilty to all 12 counts, assault with intent to commit a felony, and 11 counts of peeping Tom. Oakley was sentenced to 2 years behind bars and 3 years of probation. He is also required to register as a sex offender. Lauren Crudup, supervisor for Tulsa County's Special Victims Unit, says getting him to register for his crimes was their primary goal.
It is important for us to know who our community leaders are, who's on school boards, who's in churches, and various other things. The point of the Sex Offender Registration Act is to notify and to let people know who are perpetrators in the community, and we did just that with this plea.
It's been nearly a year and a half since Oakley followed a woman around a Hobby Lobby, court documents show, and tried to take photos up her skirt. Count 1, which was initially sexual battery, was amended to assault with intent to commit a felony. Crudup says initially the case was filed as a misdemeanor,
which would not have been a felony conviction, would not have meant prison time, and would not have meant sex offender registration. By changing and going through his phone and doing very other aspects of this case, we're able to get that felony conviction, that registration as a sex offender, and going to prison for this, which is a huge win.
Oakley will have to pay fines and victim compensation fees as well. All of this a part of his plea agreement. Oakley was taken into custody soon after entering his plea.
I think there is some level of accountability that was displayed by Mr. Oakley here, which we certainly can appreciate. But this is a great outcome for this case.
Steph Manchin, 2 News, Oklahoma.
Well, I just show you right there. These pastors, they just in it for the money. Like I say, a lot of these churches ain't nothing but harlot houses anyway. It's majority women. And then, you have these simp men that sit there and let, women run everything in the church. And, some, these pastor women and these pimp pastors, it's all a bunch of madness, And I thank the Lord to get me out of those places and, and understand, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, man. So I always give thanks to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, for getting me out of those temples that he don't dwell in. And I'm going to start right here with Jeremiah 23:1. It says, woe be unto the pastor that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pastors, said the Lord. Therefore, thus said Yahweh, our power of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, said the Lord. These pastors going to get it, because a lot of them ain't going to repent and let people know what they did wrong. They stray a lot of a lot of people with lies and not to fear the Lord, you know. So these pastors got a lot of blood on their hands for sure, you know. But we've seen all these pastors that have been getting judgment, and a lot of them continue to get it all the way up till now, 2026, and it's beautiful to see a lot of these pastors getting it, and a lot of these mega churches are starting to be obsolete. It's beautiful. And Jeremiah 20:23-3 says, "And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all the countries whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase." You know, that small remnant, man, that hopeful, you know, that elect, you know, that 1/3, you know, and it's beautiful, you know, because like I say, we on the highways of heaven, the highways and hedges, you know, somebody's gonna hear, you know, if it ain't but one person, and you know, it's gonna get through to them, and they understand. And Jeremiah 23:4 says, "And I will set up shepherds over them which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, said the Lord." And yeah, and that's all the brothers is going on the highways and hedges, you know, trying to warn our people, blowing their trumpet, you know, telling them to come back and repent. Follow the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, to have that hedge of protection on you, because judgments are going out every day. And you know, we just trying to warn, you know, that 1/3, you know, and the, you know, that two, you know, and that the hopeful elect, you know, we just out trying to warn people. And like I try to tell everybody, this message is you know, being on the highways of hedges is time sensitive, because famine of the word is coming, and it's coming rapidly. Go right here with Isaiah 56:11. They say, "Ye, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough, and they have shepherds that cannot understand. They will always look to their own way, every one of his gains from his quarter." And that's all pastors are, greedy devils, man. They don't even know the scriptures. You know, they get their philosophy from sleazy, you know, the prosperity, and that's all they are. But look how they getting judgments now. You seen what happened to this pastor, and it's gonna continue, and it's beautiful to see the downfall of these pastors that's been leading the shepherds, you know, the sheep astray. And it's beautiful, you know. And like I say, and that's the brothers on the highways and hedges warning our people. Acts 7:48. "I be that the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as said the prophet." And that show you right there, the Lord ain't dealing with these churches. The Lord don't dwell in them. You know, we in Great Millstone, we have that street ministry to give y'all the 100% truth, and you don't have to give us $1, nothing, not one red cent. We giving you this knowledge for free. You know, you don't have to go in them churches and fund these pastors with all their luxurious homes and cars. The Lord ain't dealing with that crap, man. You know. But like I say, they scoffing everything with us, you know, with lessons, you know, on YouTube or other platforms, and we went on the highways and hedges, you know. Our people, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, walk past us, you know, don't understand how, you know, that we are in Jacob's trouble right now, and things are really wrapping up. Well, hey, we just trying to get the blood off our hands and warn them, and then after that, they on their own. They're not gonna have that hedge of protection. And you know, with Sleazy, you know, he really rolled. You know, a lot of them gonna get caught up. These snails out here, they're not going to have any protection over them. You know, they still going to be calling on Jeebus and all these other false gods. And it's not going to work out for them. You know, they're gonna really feel that rage of Sleazy coming at the tribes. You know, but if you don't have that hedge of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you through. You are definitely through, 100% through. And you ain't gonna be able to run in them churches. You know, these pastors are gonna be hiding. They're gonna be getting out of Dodge. Because y'all gonna find out they've been lying to you about everything, taking y'all money, churching in all these poor places around these cities and towns. You know, taking advantage of poor people, poor Israelites. You know, but like I say, they got a lot of blood on their hands, and their judgment's gonna be severe. And like I say, we love to see this stuff happen when these false prophets, you know, get exposed. It's beautiful. But I hope this was edifying to the hope of sheep and lamb. Call Yasharallah. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom. On to the next lesson.